We're going to take you on a drive down Ocean Boulevard in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Hi, I'm Carmen, and if you're new here and you enjoy Myrtle Beach videos, be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you won't miss anything new. So as you can see, it is a slightly overcast day today, but there's still some bright blue skies. It's nice and warm today. It's a great day to be out. A little breezy. The water's a little rough. We've already walked on the beach this morning and the water is pretty rough today, but it looks like it's going to turn into one of those beautiful days. We're at the south end of Ocean Boulevard, headed north. And so we're northbound on Ocean Boulevard. So we're headed towards the main boardwalk area right now. And you can see these signs on the light posts for the Shrine Association. They just had a convention not too long ago, but it's actually over. They just haven't taken the signs down yet. There are a lot of people here. Like, we're starting to move into the off season now. I know officially Myrtle Beach says their off season ends October 31st, or begins, sorry, the off season begins October 31st. But usually after Labor Day, you see it drop off a little bit, and it has not this year at all. There are a lot of people here. We've seen hotels with full parking lots. You can see all the cars parked. And we've been to Broadway recently, and it was just packed with people. So lots of people are enjoying the, like I said, quote unquote off season. So I guess maybe the city of Myrtle Beach is right now. Maybe the season doesn't really end until October 31st. If you're not familiar with this area and you're new to Myrtle Beach, we do have warm weather up through at least the middle of October, and even after that you're going to have warm days. It just becomes spotty, and depending on where you're from, it may feel warm year round here. Really the only what I consider truly cold weather tends to be in January and maybe February. You'll have chilly days in November, December, March, but I'm talking about really cold where you might see like an ice storm or just really bitter cold. That's really just January and maybe half of February. So really mild temperatures, which makes this a good place to go outside of the summer months. Anytime, I'd say from April's one of those shoulder months, and so is October, but anytime I'd say from April to October, you're gonna get good weather. And people often ask me about the water temperatures. Typically, you want to wait till the end of May to swim in the ocean for the water temperature to get warm enough. The air temperatures get warm before that, but it takes a while for the water to catch up, and the water temperatures stay pretty pleasant through mid-October for swimming, and sometimes beyond. It just depends on the year. So here's the Landmarks Hotels breezeway that goes over Ocean Boulevard, and there is also a tunnel by the Sea Mist Resort that goes under Ocean Boulevard that we're about to cross. And so we have a video on that if you're interested in it. I will link it in the description below. It's pretty cool, and it's free, and you don't have to be staying at the Sea Mist to go in it. The entrance is really close to where we're at right now. I'll point at it as we go by. So it's near 13th Avenue and Ocean Boulevard, right over in this area. There's Coral Beach. Where's your favorite place to stay on Ocean Boulevard? Leave it in the comments below. That will help other viewers that might be trying to figure out where to stay on their next trip. As I've mentioned, we don't stay in a lot of resorts, but we have heard your requests for resort tours, and so we recently have one on the Hampton Inn at Broadway at the beach, and I'll link that in the description below. And we also have just stayed, we're actually staying there as I film this, at the Residence Inn that's oceanfront by Marriott. And we will have a video coming out about that most likely after this video. So I will not be able to link it below, but if you subscribe and click the bell, you won't miss any of our new videos coming out. So you'll be able to see that as soon as it comes out. Definitely have some construction there. You can see active work on that. Not sure what that's going to be. If you know, leave us a comment. It's pretty much right across from Family Kingdom, which is this amusement park over here. See the Ferris wheel, now hiring. Everyone's hiring. You see now hiring signs everywhere. And there's such a shortage of people to work that our hotel we're staying in is not doing daily cleaning. You have to request towels and stuff if you need them, which is fine. I mean, I don't mind that. But also, we went out to eat yesterday, and the restaurant has actually changed their menu and had a statement on the menu saying, sorry, we have a smaller menu because we have a smaller staff. So definitely staffing shortages still. I know part of the staffing issue has been they haven't got the international students that they used to get in the summer, but I think it goes beyond that because by this time of the year, the international students would not be here anymore and they're still having staffing issues. We're coming up on the 2nd Avenue Pier, right over here, and that is the Wicked Tuna restaurant that you see there with some nice views. And that is a place I would like to try, but we were looking at the menu and it's pretty pricey. Not everything, but some of you may not know I'm gluten-free, and so that sometimes limits what I can eat. And we noticed a lot of the things I could eat would be like $30 or $40, which may not seem like much to you, but for us, we think that's a little pricey. We are not big eat-out people, I'll be honest, so that maybe that's part of it. And I just really enjoy cooking. And that's something else we're adding in, though, is some restaurant reviews. We had an old review of the Grumpy Monk, but it was, several years ago, and so we've got a new one that will either probably be out after this video, and we really enjoyed it, though. Spoiler, we enjoyed it. And despite their staffing shortage, they had excellent service. I thought they really did a great job considering they were low on staff. We weren't wanting for anything. A lot of times people ask me what time of day this is filmed. This was filmed at 10:35, and so it's fairly early in the day. A lot of people aren't up yet, and a lot of places aren't open yet. There's Sharky's. Sharky's is open. That's pretty early for them to be open. They had their open. Maybe they forgot to turn their open sign. Most things don't open.
Early morning cocktail.
Yeah, early morning cocktail. Brian said. Most things don't open, like if they're serving lunch, until around 11 at the earliest, and sometimes not till 11:30. It just depends. No, I don't know what this is. They did a little work and then they seemed to stop again. This over here, Brian was saying they haven't really done anything with this. And I don't know what is coming there. They haven't made any announcements. I mean, it says restaurant for lease, so I guess eventually there'll be a restaurant there, which would be great because it's pretty close to the ocean and close to the boardwalk. I mean, it's definitely prime property. Still got tents up from the Chili Festival. Looks like they're doing cleanup from that. And then we've got the volleyball courts over here. Beautiful view of the ocean and the boardwalk. Ripley's, believe it or not, is quite interesting. We do have a video on that. I'll try to link that below. It's pretty neat. They open around 11, I believe, and so they'll be open soon. It's definitely interesting. I don't know how to describe it exactly, but it's an interesting thing to do at least one time. Now that we're getting to the boardwalk, you see more people out and about. There's a lot of attractions right around here. There's 2, maybe 3 arcades. There's definitely 2 arcades in this immediate area. There's the Ripley's attractions because in addition to what we showed, there's the Mirror Maze, the Haunted Adventure, and the 5D Theater. And then the sign for the Gay Dolphin is actually pointing to this store over here with the big tower. That's a multi-level gift shop, and it's been here a very long time. Definitely check that out if you like gift shopping. And then over here on the right is Plyler Park. And that is, of course, the Skywheel. Oh, and see this fence over here? They are actually planning to put that type of fence that you see right there all up and down Ocean Boulevard instead of putting up those temporary pedestrian barricades between the sidewalk and the street. So that will definitely look a lot nicer than the temporary barricades. Oh, and right down there is the only public restroom. I know someone said there's a restroom in the arcade, but that's not technically public. I'm sure you can use it. But that I just showed right across from the Skywheel is the only public restroom near the Boardwalk area. Sometimes during the busy season, you'll see a porta potty or two, but for me personally, I'm not really into that. So that's where you would go for an actual proper restroom. There's Riptides. And then coming up here on the left is the Funplex. Try to get the name right this time. I think the last time I did one of these drives, I called it like 3 different things. And it's a brand new amusement park that just opened this year. And they have, despite the fact that it's quite small, they've packed quite a few rides in that small area. They've got an extreme thrill rides included as well. They've got rides for kids, but more extreme thrill rides as well. So lots to choose from there at the Funplex. And also, there's no admission fee, so you can just walk up and do what you want to do. And they have a bar and some food as well. Somebody getting a new air conditioner? Over here on this vacant lot, we get a little view of the ocean. So lovely. That's some prime property right there. It's a nice day today though, really good weather. It's still humid, but it's in the 80s, so it's not sweltering. August was pretty brutal. Oh, there's quite a few people outside here at Lulu's Cafe. Bum's Beach Bar and Cafe. There's the breakers, and then this is super exciting. We can't wait for this to be done. This is the Marriott Towers. They're going to have a Springhill Suites and a garden. Let's see, here's a sign. Courtyard. Sorry, I was about to say garden suites, but it's Courtyard. I don't know if you can see the sign. It's right behind that truck. And that is going to open in 2022. And I've heard rumors that it will open in the first half of 2022. But they've got a lot of work to do, but they've also gotten a lot done pretty quickly. They have reached their maximum height, but I think that all the insides still need to be done. So I don't know what time of the year in 2022 it will open, but we're excited. It's definitely somewhere we want to do a staycation once that opens. What's your favorite time of year to visit Myrtle Beach? Do you come during the main summer months? Do you like the spring? Do you like the fall? Winter? I would say, or I just said hurricane season. Our preference is definitely the fall. Especially October. That is absolutely my favorite month here. The weather's fantastic. The crowds are usually dropping off, although I'll tell you the last year and a half has changed everything. That it's hard to predict when there's going to be crowds now. But it's definitely my favorite time of the year. The weather's just fantastic. You can still swim in the ocean. It's not sweltering. You don't have the high humidity that you have in the summer. I just love it. Spring's nice too, but you can actually have some pretty cool days in the spring. Like unexpected cool days, and you could probably still wear shorts, but you might need a sweatshirt. And so I just like October because the weather's a little more consistent. But as Brian mentioned, it is in hurricane season. If you're not familiar, hurricane season runs from June through the end of November, but the peak is around September. So let's say late August and September is when you're most likely going to see a hurricane, but it can happen anytime during those months. Myrtle Beach does not sustain a lot of direct hits from hurricanes, and even partial hits are not terribly bad most of the time, but there's always exceptions to that. No guarantees. I love this little Tudor style with the little stained glass windows. Past the Starbucks, the Caribbean Resort. And then up here is a restaurant that a lot of people love. A lot of you have said you love this. We haven't eaten here in years, but it's a sea captain's house, and they do have oceanfront dining and an outdoor bar. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to click on the video on your screen right now and click subscribe so you won't miss anything new. Thanks so much for watching. Until our next adventure.